Look at the cash, I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, in the limit. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you wanna stuff for. Money, that machine. I'ma stop. All my people times that I was broke. After life in 9/11, folks. Matt back, liquor clean. Dead president and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you. Get over it. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Track how G go too fast. I don't need one no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got how about the range on? Who is the baby? He going it. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm torching. Had the fish on my teeth, I went fortunate. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a Forbes. They load me in the bed like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no strings attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it for it. Man, it can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, it can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got up on this, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yeah, like AP.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jackson on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they try the right side here. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go now.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that run That changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
On second down, Hill. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got an open man. It's Rattling. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He'll take it at the 42. Whoosh. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. That will get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Jackson on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Underneath here to Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with... They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll look to throw here. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Going for the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Try to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Finding some room at midfield. And cuts out right sideline. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32. And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we? So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen. No doubt about it. If there's no pressure. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led. I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job. Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it? Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it? Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game. I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Damian Ratley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road. Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive. And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead. You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now. Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over, 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 over.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 45 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
The left side called by Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Jackson. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over, 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 over.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he puts it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A dump off now to Hill. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Gone!
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. And he'll actually wind up losing about 10 yards here, but no matter, they've got the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And on the ground they go with the running back. Oh, and now some space to operate. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 94 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
All right, now, look at 56.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board. And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the third quarter. And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards... It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys. I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually. I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too? Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They run it again with Hill. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you. And others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run. And coughed it up. And this belongs to the Vikings. It gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Hill. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Hot! Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Gun!
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st down, Hill, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. 3 down.
Now carry number 20 here for Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun!
They'll set up a throw. Underneath here to Hill. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And an alley to run. The quick feet by Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. Yeah, I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That goes for a gain of 31. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not in it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Leopard! Here we go now.
On 2nd down now. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Leopard! Watch it now, buddy.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a pickup of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Leopard!
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson's going to throw it. Going up top. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? Having a lopsided game like this.
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go! 3-19!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to